Hi Capricorn, it is Maggie the Irish Gypsy. This is your reading for the first half of September 2019. So we're looking at September 1st through the 15th. Welcome to everyone here. Welcome to any newcomers and first timers and followers and subscribers. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for taking the time to tune in, for all your support, feedback, and comments. And those of you who like, share, and subscribe, always a blessing. Thanks to all of my clients out there for continuing to keep me so busy and for returning so many of you time and time again. Always an honor and a pleasure. If any of you are interested in setting up a personal reading with me, click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week. I'm quite blessed to be able to do that. So I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedule and mine to set up readings as quickly as possible. And I can usually respond to initial inquiries with more information within the same day or the first 24 hours. So email me if you're interested. I offer a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths in all the main areas of life. Okay, Capricorn. This is for the Earth sign of Capricorn for the first half of September 2019. This is relevant for Capricorn Sun, rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, and those of you who are cross-watching for Capricorns as well. Of course, as we all know, general readings always resonate a little differently for everyone. So watch as many of your signs as you can and as you know to provide a bigger picture. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the first half of September is bringing for you. We have the King of Wands, followed by the Tower. We have the Eight of Wands, followed by the Four of Cups. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the Chariot. So Capricorn, I feel like something pretty life-changing has happened to you. Either recently, possibly could be ongoing, although I think for many of you it was recent. I think for many of you it was quite recent because we have the Tower here, an unexpected life-changing event coming in, perhaps breaking down or dissolving something that was in place for quite some time and you thought was solid, stable, and reliable, but God, Spirit, your angels and guides, divine timing and orchestration has either brought it down or allowed it to be brought down because it was absolutely not meant to be part of your karmic path anymore. And it's time to build something truly solid, stable, and reliable. And that Tower card is crowned by the King of Wands, so it might be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could be somebody you were involved in a romantic relationship with and the relationship broke up. Some kind of partnership of some kind. This King of Wands is significant and influential, but I feel like he's connected, or she is connected to the Tower card energy. I feel like whatever the Tower card represents for you, it was either about or around this King of Wands individual in your life and the connection and relationship that you have or have had with them. And I feel like you're very busy. You're moving very rapidly. I mean, you have the Chariot as your overall energy and guidance, which is moving forward in a very powerful way, being successful by staying ambitious, driven, not losing momentum, not slowing down, not allowing anything to distract you. The Chariot is a card that represents success and winning because you refuse to give up. You refuse to back down. This is about pulling together everything you need, all your skills, knowledge, tools, wisdom, all the resources you need to propel yourself and possibly something else forward in a very powerful way, not losing sight of that, just going forward no matter what. And we have the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups here. So the Eight of Wands is a card that can represent travel, moving. Maybe some of you are traveling or moving, or you did recently. The Eight of Wands is powerful communication going back and forth. I feel like many of you, maybe not all of you, but many of you are still communicating with this King of Wands individual, at least sometimes. It might be very passionate or heated conversation. And by passionate, I don't necessarily mean coming back together. I mean just passionate in terms of high emotions. And there, again, might be travel or moving around this, or maybe there was. But I feel like you're putting together... I feel like in the aftermath of whatever happened, whatever this Tower card represents, your present life on the surface is filled with a lot of things to do. You're getting busy. Maybe you had to separate from somebody, and that include moving out, and so you have to find a new place to live, and maybe there's a job tied up in there, and you've got so much to do, and you're busy trying to put your life back together in a new way. You're building your new reality. You're building your new normal now. And there's a lot of details, a lot of activity, a lot of movement, a lot of work. And you're very focused on that. You're very focused on doing all of this, like being very driven about it, because you have a goal and you're going to meet that goal, because you're not going to quit until you do. However, underneath all of that, I feel like there's kind of this sense of going through the motions. I mean, I feel like you're doing everything that you need to do and taking care of everything, and it's a lot. But underneath that, we have, the Four of Cups, which is sitting right next to the Tower. The Four of Cups can represent not really feeling all that plugged in. What you have, the environment that you have, the Three Cups beside him can represent Capricorn, maybe your current environment, which is pretty good. I mean, these Three Cups are beautiful, golden, upright, full. There's another one being offered. It could represent another relationship, somebody else being interested. It could be a job. It could be a variety of different opportunities, because you're rebuilding your life. You're looking at it and you're there, but there's just this sense of maybe a lack of true interest or enthusiasm, just feeling unplugged. You're still managing to get everything done, but I feel, especially since it's sitting next to the Tower, I feel like you're still in like the aftermath of something which has recently happened. It's kind of like you're still in this shell-shocked sort of phase, even though on the surface you're getting stuff done and you're knocking them down, setting them up and knocking them down and checking everything off the list and all of that kind of stuff. And there's lots of activities. I just feel like underneath that, maybe in the quiet times, maybe at night, maybe early in the morning, you're just kind of like, I can't believe that part of my life is over. I can't believe that I'm actually here and I'm rebuilding and I'm doing all this new stuff, and I feel like you're going to wear yourself out, or you might be wearing yourself out. And sometimes there's a certain amount of healing in that after we've had something really painful happen. It's kind of like after surgery or after something really painful happens. Sometimes it can be a pretty positive part of the healing process, especially the early, really painful parts of the healing process. To dive in and keep busy and keep the semblance of normalcy in our life, because that keeps us going and keeps us from, living under our bed for the first, few weeks or months after something difficult happens. I think it's kind of a balancing act here. I feel like what you're going through is normal and understandable following whatever this Tower card is. Be careful. I mean, if everything that you're doing is what has to be done, then of course you have to do it. But be careful to, even if you have to schedule it, regular little bits of time to do something just for yourself. Take a hot bath. Drink a glass or two of wine after the sun goes down. Maybe after the kids go to bed, if you have kids. I don't know why I said that with kids. If you have kids, maybe arrange for somebody to watch them for an hour or two. Maybe you go walk in the woods, or with your feet in the sand, or you get a short little massage, or get your toenails done, or something like that. I feel like you're doing all this stuff and you're doing it successfully. You might not be feeling it though, because it might be that for those of you who had the Tower card happen relatively recently, It might be that you're now kind of, particularly in your quiet times, just going, wow, I don't know. Because, after something calamitous happens in our lives, it's not even a word, calamity, I know, calamitous. I often combine and create new words that way. It's quite common to feel this kind of sense of not feeling enthusiastic about anything new and stuff like that because, there's a certain part of us that's shut down. Of course, life has to continue and things have to be done. You got to get up and eat your Wheaties and pay the bills and take care of, the people you got to take care of and all of that kind of stuff. So I feel like, what you're going through is not abnormal considering the situation, but I feel like cautioning you to take care of yourself as much as you can, even if you have to plan and schedule, little blocks of time to do something for yourself, even if it's just to take a 2-hour nap or stick your nose in a book for an hour or two, with a pot of tea or something. But overall, you're getting stuff done. I mean, you got a lot of active energy. Your overall energy is the Chariot, which is definitely getting stuff done. But remember, you're healing too. And healing and taking charge of your healing process doesn't necessarily always just mean, therapy and, eating and sleeping and doing the things we know we have to do. But it can also represent doing things that make us feel better about ourselves too, like little indulgent things as well. Let's pull some advice from Spirit for the first half of September for Capricorn. The Four of Swords and the Empress. Perfect. Advice from Spirit. Four of Swords. This is a card which shows up when somebody's feeling tired, worn out, overwhelmed. They need to take a step back. Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. The Four of Cups can represent that you're feeling emotionally just overwhelmed and tired and shut down. I'm just not into it right now. The Four of Swords can represent sometimes feeling mentally and sometimes physically just exhausted and kind of shut down. It's like I need to take a temporary step back from this, whatever this is, and just rest, recuperate, get a different perspective, take care of myself, not think about it. Swords represent thoughts, ideas, words, belief systems, everything that goes on up in our heads. He's still girded for battle, but for the time being, he's taken some of his armor off and he's withdrawing. So I think this is something you're probably going to have to continue dealing with, or especially if it's a breakup where there's been children or something, because, there's that to be worked through. Whatever the conflict is, it's about needing to take a step back from your own thoughts and from actively dealing with it. Rest, recover, sleep, eat, hydrate, move around, take care of yourself, particularly physically. And the Empress is also a strong card about self-nurturing, doing things for yourself that are, kind of sensual in nature, like getting a facial or getting your hair done or taking a hot bath or a spa or walking barefoot in the grass or the sand. Things which are kind of sensual that make us feel good, because those things, even though they don't seem like that big of a deal, they're self-oriented and they can be a huge part of how we can help to heal ourselves as well. It's also a card about fertility and new beginnings. But I feel like there's probably enough new beginnings in your life right now in terms of everything that you're doing. So the Empress and the Four of Swords, this is about taking better care of yourself. Even if you have to plan it, even if you have to schedule it in your calendar. Whatever that means for you. For some, it could represent that you need a specific block of time every other day to read, or at least on the weekends, or, whatever it is that makes you feel refreshed, recharged, good, especially physically, because I'm kind of getting this worn out kind of feeling looking at this. So take care of yourself, Capricorn, through this. You're doing a great job at moving forward, moving through this, even if underneath it you're not feeling it. You're doing a great job. You're getting it done. But also charging ahead with this Chariot energy and this Eight of Wands energy, this King of Wands energy. When you're not feeling it, it takes extra effort to kind of do that, which is going to leave you feeling extra worn out too. So again, please focus on taking better care of yourself. So Capricorn, that is your reading for the first half of September. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the September 2019 mid-month readings, where we'll take a look at the second half of the month. Again, if any of these readings resonate for you and you'd like to take a deeper look at anything, set up a personal reading with me, please email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I offer a lot of different types and lengths of readings in the areas of love and romance, relationship compatibility, career, work and finance, investment readings, gift readings for others, 6 and 12-month life overviews for people. So a few different things to choose from. For those of you who are interested, please reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. And I will see you all again soon. I wish you much joy, peace, and blessings in your life. Take care. Bye-bye.